Alright everybody, hello and good morning! Welcome back for some more BaseTradeTV action as we get here into the channel. I am now realizing I set up all this wonderful Twitch alert stuff, and even though it was working for BaseTradeTV last night, it has reset itself to my channel stuff, so I need to go find a way to fix that. Before that, however, let me just see if deleting that'll fix it. I do want to talk a little bit about what's going on today. So we got the shotgun tournament, if you will. This should probably break everything if I delete this, but you know what? Let's go for it. But the shotgun tournament going on today, lots of best of ones, but more importantly than that, we got some stuff going on after the tournament today. Now I've put the little widget in Twitch so it's live a little bit before than we need it to be, but if you scroll down below and you see there's a battle line widget link thing. The only reason I'm bringing this up now is because this is something we're going to be paid, like straight up sponsorship status, guys, paid to play after the cast is done. And I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to actually check it out. It doesn't look like too bad of a game, actually. And if you guys want to play with us, there is like it's like a 5-minute tutorial, 10-minute tutorial. It's really short, but you have to go through it is the thing. So we'd like for you guys very much so to go there, play the tutorial ahead of time. That way, if you're wanting to play with us after the cast today, you'll be ready and good to go. But anyways, that's enough about that. Zombie, how are you doing this morning?
I'm alright.
Good to hear.
How are you?
I'm doing dandy. If it weren't for this thing, I'm glad to see Twitch Alerts is working in terms of notifications. Thank you to Eider for the 17-month resub and WarfPL. I just have to find a way to make this actually work with BaseTradeTV again instead of my stream. That being said, I think brackets are finalizing as we speak, so I'll leave you to find us a game while I fiddle with this.
Okay. Are you using stream labels?
Yes.
Okay.
I see what's happened here. So, because I guess I had logged into my account at some point last night to test stuff. I guess it just took the most recent login. So I just got
does.
Yeah. I gotta go request a stupid authenticator and hope my phone doesn't take a million hours to give me the message, because it does that. But while I'm fiddling with this, I also want to tell a small story about 10 minutes ago.
Okay. I
was playing the mutation, this week's brutal, I really mean brutal, weekly mutation for co-op with Nathanius. And we were, I want to say, less than 60 seconds from winning. And then I'm not going to say what happened, but we lost, and now I'm very upset. And there's not anybody in particular to blame other than the monsters who made the mutation in the first place.
Okay, so you messed up, is what I would take from that.
Wow. Why would you assume that that's the case? Why would
you don't want to say why it messed up?
Yeah, but maybe I'm protecting my bro Nate here. Like, what if he was the one who goofed? I'm just like not wanting to out him out on stream about it.
Sure. Or that could happen. See, people have not been reading the tournament rules, or maybe because it wasn't. Oh no, it's in there.
What happened?
The guy I'm talking to hasn't read the rules.
Oh.
Players, am I right?
Is it about being in the channel? Is it about not having a barcode for a name? Which?
No, it's just about doing it to one map.
Yeah, because it's a best of one for this. Lots of best of ones. But looks like the brackets are about ready to go. Just waiting for Darius to say something in chat. There we go. I still don't have this authentication token coming, which is just annoying. So my awesome plans for Twitch Alert stuff may be all for naught for now.
Well, that's unfortunate. I had to actually completely uninstall the thing, so... and then reinstall it.
See, that's not the part I'm hiccuped at, though. Now, my concern is, like, if I was trying to straight up just log into Twitch, I wouldn't be able to right now, because of the two-factor authentication not sending me... I'm like, waving my phone around my room here, like, trying to, like, is it the signal? Like, I usually don't get any signal in my room, and I have to go outside, but... Oh, hey, that actually worked. Putting it closer to the window. Stupid house.
Ha!
Alright, let's hope that worked. So anyways, yeah, it's all best of ones today, except for the semifinals. We'll cast 2 best of 3s there, and then 1 best of 7 grand finals, which we may tone down to a best of 5 depending on time. It really depends on how long and how far this runs for.
Right. The first match is supposed to be BeLord versus ShoWTimE, which is actually running smoothly. He just is giving me a lot of updates.
Nice.
He's not here. Wait, he's here. He's AFK. No, wait. No, he's not. It's working. Oh, Caliber signed up today.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him in a while.
Our new admin Dares was kind of like, is Slayer's boner a real name or is this a troll? I'm like, oh boy, yeah, that's Caliber. Don't worry about him. He's an NA player. He doesn't know what that is.
Damn. What just would happen to Jessica's? That was so close. Hate. It turned color when I was sleeping.
Your hair? Oh yeah, 'cause she got super stressed about Fear Dragon leaving, so her hair just went like.
Just turned white. Yeah, totally.
I guess just that's another announcement of announcements, but it's not like a really important one. I feel Fear Dragon's chosen to go his own direction away from BaseTradeTV, guys, and it's all good. There's not a lot to be said on it. He made a post about it. I made a comment on Reddit, and I think that's all that there really is to it. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of juiciness here for entertainment through drama. But the TLDR on my post was pretty much I guess the unsaid part of Fear Dragons, where he's got a job. He works so much during the weeks, and when we're doing casting at this time, he's not available. And then when we do have times on the weekends, he wants to do Ladder Heroes and focus on his own brand, so it just made more sense to go different directions. But stream labels just might not want to work today, because even though I'm logged into Twitch, it will not verify my login to Twitch through Twitch alerts.
Feels bad.
I had everything set up so nice. I had the in-game stuff set up too. I mean, I guess I could technically do it manually, but I really don't want to. I want to just have this work.
Sometimes life sucks.
Got some issues. I guess Major didn't check in, and he showed up late. So I guess he won't be playing today, but that kind of sucks. One of the few Terrans ripping pepperonis.
Yes, that's true.
We do. Actually, I shouldn't say. There are other two. We got Stylish, aka Live, showing up today. We got Lily Kinian on the brackets, so there should be some fun there. Natural, if that's like Korean Natural. We'll see how he does on the European server. Actually, Natural and TLO in round 3 should be kind of fun, I think, if we can get there. But with all these best of ones, we might miss some of the matches, guys, and we'll just catch as much as we can. But I think I'm going to give up on stream labels because it's just stressing me out that it's not working. So I'm just going to close all that. Feels bad, man. So these recent donation buttons, pretend they don't exist. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna hide them. Boom. And boom. There we go. There's nothing there to see in the first place. Woo! All right. That being said, boop, 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 boop. Hopefully we'll get a game here. I'm sorry. I'm just now coming back to things. What's going on? What's the plans?
You tell me what the map is, all right? Like, literally told you that.
Oh, did somebody go and host their own game like a silly Billy?
Yes, they did. Whatever. It's fine.
Let's just join off them. Did you see about TL's revelation about the friends list today, by the way?
I did, yes. Still unconfirmed.
Yeah, because I noticed like some people were testing it and like it wasn't on the same servers as other servers, or... Oh wait, are you hosting? I joined ShoWTimE's lobby.
Yeah, I am hosting.
Okay. But yeah, I wonder if... Like, I'm hoping that that's just a weird coincidence, because... It's not even that like I would have no faith in Blizzard or they can't do the product right or anything like that, but it's just for me, I don't want to have to get a separate account for casting. Like, just straight up, it's unfortunate. Like, because... I want to bring the highest quality stream possible. And I think we do that right now. So I'm wondering like how much of an improvement it would make. Because I do have a ton of people on my friends list, unfortunately. And for those who don't know what we're referring to, it was revealed by TLO today, apparently, that if you have a lot of friends on your friends list, you might suffer performance issues for some unknown reason. Like, you'll have less FPS than an account that has no friends on their friends list, sort of thing.
Yep.
But, by the way, there are quite a few people playing today, but there's also quite a few people streaming for once. I know Mana's streaming his matches. TLO is also going to be streaming his matches. I don't know if anyone else is streaming presently, but you can check out some of the games you'll be missing here over there, because these are best of ones. And then, before we get too far into the show, remind you guys quickly about Matcherino. As we do have... Oh, I've got Twitch alerts closed again. Damn it. We do have a promo code for today. 1PUMP. The number 1 and then the word pump. 1PUMP shotgun. And add $1 to the prize pool today. And I guess I can lose these things in the top left. Again, more amazing things I had set up to make the stream look pretty. Ah! No, wait, I want that. I want to lose these. Oh, but that looks stupid without those. I can't win. Okay. There we go. Samagro.
What's up?
Help me, please. I'm just dying over here. Oh, that's right. I don't need to do cameras, and I don't need to do scores. Thank you, by the way, to Dugmar for the 25-month resub. You're the one who prompted me to go get Twitch alerts reopened because I had closed it out of frustration earlier and forgotten. So, thank you for that. But we are getting into game number 1 of a best of 1 series. And there's going to be a lot of best of 1s. So I'm wondering if things like this will be more present. An early pool coming for the player in the bottom right. It's going to be the green Zerg player, BeLord.
In the bottom left, as the red Protoss, he is ShoWTimE.
Alright, in a best of 3, I think this series goes to ShoWTimE without question. But in a best of 1, you've got these weird scenarios where somebody like Bly, for example, may be the king of this tournament despite not objectively being the best player because he's really good at this particular scenario where like got a couple of cheeses. That being said, we do have regular best of 3 semifinals and a best of 7 with a potential shortening to a best of 5 grand finals for today. But while I don't have their logo up yet because I'm a silly Billy and forgot, I would like to quickly remind you guys, Matcherino is helping make this more awesome. So check out the command code !Matcherino in chat if you haven't already.
I forget, did we plan on doing both semifinals?
Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, this would be a really short cast, I think.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
How short it is. The links are already out. This was not with the gas. They actually go around. I guess he expected ShoWTimE to pylon wall since he had such advance notice, which, well, ShoWTimE actually didn't have to, so he might have. He had the probe in position to, but I'm not sure if he was actually going to. Anyway, BeLord just realized that now I guess it was reinforcements. There's no way that ShoWTimE is like, oh, I guess he didn't make any links. I don't think he's triggered on that much.
No. But unfortunately, while he's a little bit tentative to throw the gateway down, he does need to throw it down. Pylon at least? Okay, there we go. I wasn't sure that was going to be a wall, to be honest with you. But I don't think it was, and BeLord didn't realize it. So, small mistakes on both sides of this equate to a regular game. Now, the Cyber Core, unfortunately, is very exposed, and he can't really come away from the wall to attack it. Not without fear of letting the Zerglings in. So that's where I think the Adept is going to be really nice, if it gets out in time. It looks like she won't be able to save the Cyber Core, but she will keep these links from getting too out of hand.
That's actually super annoying. I don't think ShoWTimE expected to have to lose the Cybernetics Core. Some of that, I think, had to do with the fact that he didn't build a gateway, by the way, because it allowed, I think, 2 extra lings to get surface area.
Yeah, maybe.
Since he had to put the probe in and then the pylon behind the probe. But, yeah, anyway. I mean, this is a decent takedown from the Zerg side, but the Zerg did go for... BeLord went for, like, a 12 pool. It's actually just a 12 pool. So, I don't think just killing a Cybernetics Core was really enough. He is to remake a lot of drones to catch up now, and unfortunately, he has to make a couple of things first, because ShoWTimE's just countering.
Yeah, and right now the problem is it's such a small amount of units that the links and like maybe even a drone or two were on top of this. So you can take on the Zealots and the Adepts. But as the links were kept back, I think he was waiting for the transfer to go through, expecting this does go to the main. But the Adepts are in the mineral lines, and it's going to be pretty hard to actually catch these. ShoWTimE not choosing to fight the Zerglings, just says screw it and goes for drone kills instead. Meanwhile, yeah. Queen's on the front line, dead to the Mothership Core plus Zealot combo.
You don't see this too often. Usually the Mothership Core is kept safely at home, but now she's going to get a couple of drone kills.
It's a little bit awkward. ShoWTimE does have the energy to recall and overcharge if this gets really out of hand, but This isn't BeLord coming with speed or too much more behind it. It's just Lings running across the map.
Yeah. He just expects the queen to pop out somewhere. I mean, the Electric is so slow, she's not actually getting any of the drone kills, but still keeping the drones off of mining is useful. They're actually going way too far away. The Zelnaga, I guess?
Take the gold base, man. Why not? No, she doesn't even have the money for it. Meanwhile, back on this side, the Adept did come out, but it doesn't look like she's actually going to live for too long. And this is a little bit scary for ShoWTimE. Mothership Core goes to that recall we had talked about before. With the probes being pulled, there's no way enough damage gets done. An overcharge to really just lock this down. And BeLord, not taking a lot of drone damage, is not necessarily out of the game. But he took so many losses. The drones are still just kind of chilling. They're on vacation.
Yeah, they don't have to work. That's fine. So really, he's at 27 drones. Well, even if he had all of his drones mining, you know, he's still missing a third base. That's going to hit his production in the mid game. He's actually going to be facing up against ShoWTimE's all-in here. Well, I guess all-in's too hard of a word. It's 4 gateways, one more than you would really need to get a third base, and of course, Glaives is getting credit out with Warp Gate. So, okay, definitely the plan is to attack, and then beyond that, add that Dark Shrine. Pretty common maneuver. Still catches a lot of Zergs off guard, and I think it'll catch BeLord off guard just because he's probably worrying about everything else right now.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I feel like this game, okay, there's a lot of hypotheticals that in a regular game we'd start talking about, like, oh, maybe there'll be a couple of Archons here instead of DTs. Maybe it'll be, like, just a little bit of just in case, or... I just feel like a big, good old-fashioned Adept all-in would end this. There actually isn't a necessity for any other aspect of this at all. And I don't even mean in terms of like an army fight. Roaches can certainly hold their own against Adepts for a small amount of time, but those drones are just gonna melt.
Yeah, they are.
Overseer coming in. Did you actually see the Dark Shrine?
He might just be that type of Zerg player to automatically make an Overseer once his layer's done.
True enough.
Especially because Dark Shrines seem to be becoming more popular lately.
Well, regardless, the Overseer will not save him from these. You can certainly see these coming without help.
Yeah. And it's only one Overseer, so it might be with the army. He might catch a single Dark Templar running at the army, you know, but he's not going to have it in every single base at every single time, and there is a Warp Prism with this, so the DT is going to get damage done. If they don't, they just turn to Archons, too, so it's kind of no losing situation here for ShoWTimE, who has expanded. Despite also attacking, it works out fine. Warp Prism picks up. It's seen by the Overlord, but it kind of just looks like it's going to continue the Adept harassment.
I feel like there is a degree of no F's given with this, too. Like, oh, you saw me, but I just need to get there fast, so it doesn't really matter that you saw me. The Roaches are all out in the middle of the map, so, well, he may have, with the Overseer especially, been able to hold this off. He's not going to be able to now.
Yep. Here you go. I know it's DTs. Where's that Overseer? I went with the army as expected out in the middle of the map, so he's making another one. Spinecloud's gonna go down. The layer actually could definitely go down. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he should be able to focus it. There's no way to get back here in time. The Overseer's coming, but I feel like
it would have been.
It would have been close, but I think he could have done it.
Yeah, and I don't think he wanted to lose the DTs. Again, they can also turn to Archons later on, and the chances of BeLord basically being out of position sometime in the future is usually pretty high.
So this was an odd thing that happened to me. Well, maybe he's got too many friends on his friends list. This was an odd thing that happened to me while you were gone, by the way. The match or the referee thing.
Yeah.
So it's like unpause, and they're like, "Can someone unpause, please?" And I'm just thinking, like, while I'm talking about something else, I'm just like, "Yeah, why doesn't someone just unpause this game?" Like, oh, I have to. Whoops.
Yep. I commonly forget. It's such a weird addition. I really don't think anyone was asking for it, but it officializes things a little bit more, but
true that.
I really only want a referee to tell them to, like, you know, emergencies basically for us, not even for them.
Okay, well, I'm gonna zoom in on these links for a sec because I really want to get the Matcherino logo up here before I forget. Find somewhere nice to put that bad boy.
Oddly enough, 2 more DTs are warped, and I guess he wants Archons, basically. So he still has the 4 that are on the Warp Prism, and yeah, 4 more for the DTs. He was making quite a few minerals, so Why not? They do add quite a bit of a punch. Spore crawlers were put in the bases along with another spine crawler, but keep in mind that BeLord's only on 2 bases. This is not gonna work.
Yeah, and with the Immortals combined with the Archons, it's just way too much damage for these Roaches to ever push through. For BeLord, this is going to be his final fight, and it'll be a glorious one as he goes down in a, I don't know, Valhalla-style death. He will die fighting. And the DT's come from the behind, by the way, to wrap this up.
Trap him.
Well played, well played.
GG.
GG! Alright, ShoWTimE wins, because it's a best of 1. I did poke Dares and ask him to see if he could get TLO's next match held for us, because I don't know if it would be Natural or Raynor, but I think TLO will be pretty fun to see. Bly advances over Billowy, Caliber advances over Tails, Mana advances over Skull. Best of 1s, you get results pretty quick. That's kind of nice. Oh, ShoWTimE actually goes on fighting as alive, though. Do you want to cast that first and hold TLOs, or do you want to? What do you want to do for this?
I was planning on ShoWTimE versus alive.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Alright, folks, once again, I would like to show you guys how this works. Oh, big thank you to Woofa! Woofa! Donated $26 to the prize pool through Matcherino. But if you guys don't have money, if you're poor schmucks like most of us are, you can still help. I can't sign in for some reason. I've been trying my darndest. You have to sign in with your Twitch account to make this work, but you sign in first. Okay, that's the first step. Then you click donate, which you won't let me do because I'm not signed in. Come on, Matcherino, please. By the way, this is like the first. I swear this never happens. Okay. Anyways, and then once you do, you'll be prompted with a donation box. You type the code 1PUMP, like the number 1 PUMP, and that'll donate $1. So all these people have donated $1. This didn't come from their pockets. This didn't come from their credit cards or PayPal's or anything like that. This is Matcherino adding $1 to the prize pool on your behalf as a thank you for checking out their website and using the website. But anyways, we got a veto down to 1. I gotta figure out what's going on. I'll also poke with TL and see if he minds waiting. I know he's streaming, so I don't want to have him waiting too long. So either way, guys, we'll be back in a couple of minutes, and we'll see you soon.